So you guys probably don't know this, but Universal is opening a brand new theme park in Orlando next year. I don't know how nobody's talking about this, but luckily you have us to break the news for you. Okay, obviously we're kidding. This park is all the rage and people will not shut up about it. For very good reason. This park is going to be awesome, fantastic, dare I say.
Don't say it.
Epic.
I'll allow it.
We may potentially be looking at the most anticipated theme park of all time.
So we've been watching construction updates on this park every single day, which is totally normal and not an insane thing to do. And it really looks like they're in the home stretch now. Everything is really coming together and we're so excited. The lands are really looking like cohesive lands. We see rides testing and we're feeling really hopeful.
These aerial photos are coming to you from Bioreconstruct. And if you want to stay on top of the construction of this theme park, you're going to want to give him a follow on X and his other socials as well. The guy does fantastic work.
They definitely aren't cutting any corners here. The attention to detail is literally seen in every inch of this park.
So this park is going to be opening with a total of 13 rides and shows, which may not seem like a lot, but a lot of these are very high capacity attractions and they will just churn people out. For comparison, the Animal Kingdom opened with 4 rides.
That's a crazy fact. Yeah.
4. Yeah.
And before we start, every single thing on this list looks awesome. There is not a single ride or show that we were like, what are they thinking? Or, is this going to fit in well? It just looks like the perfect set.
Yeah, everything just seems so seamless. We were trying to find something bad at this park and...
Excited for it all.
Nope. No, it just all looks so awesome.
And when can you say that about a park opening?
Exactly. So let's jump in.
In number 13, we have Constellation Carousel. This is in the Celestial Park area. And this is not your grandmother's carousel. It looks like it has a really cool, super unique design with rotating platforms within the larger one. And it's also themed after the Zodiac and like star creatures even. It just looks like super unique and beautiful.
Yeah, I guess these are celestial creatures of some sort that we'll be riding,
I like it.
Right?
Yeah.
And this carousel is so picturesque. I can't imagine what kind of lighting package they're going to put on for like nighttime.
Even the renderings look gorgeous. I can't wait to see this in real life.
Yeah.
At number 12, we have Fire Drill. This is in the Isle of Berk area, which is themed after How to Train Your Dragon. And it does look like it's going to be the only water ride opening with the park. It is called a splash paddle model, and it looks like you might get soaked on this one. I'm happy to see that it's not your typical like flume or raft ride, so they're really going out of their way to kind of like show you unique immersive rides that not everyone's been on. This will be a first for us, so I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. So essentially the ride is you're going to be on these slow-moving boats through this river, and these boats are equipped with water cannons that you'll be shooting at different targets. And with the name of this ride, it sounds like the guests are going to be trying to put out fires created by these silly dragons.
Silly.
Those silly old dragons. That's only half the battle. See what I did there?
I did. I liked it.
At some point, these boats are going to like cross paths with each other, and then you can turn your water cannons on the guests on the other boat, and it's just going to be Soak City.
Mayhem. And we were thinking they might add water cannons along the walkways near the ride, so even if you're not riding it, you can still have fun and maybe get in on the action.
Yeah, a lot of other models of these rides have them on the walkway, so like even if you're not riding the ride, you can like have fun with it and like splash the people on the boat. But be careful, they may be able to reach you back.
Yep, exactly. Yep, they've got their own water cannons, their own weapons. This definitely looks like it's going to be great for kids. I would say if we were younger, we might rank this higher on the list, but that's not to say it doesn't look cool. If you don't want to get soaked, you may want to skip this or invest in a good poncho, but what's the fun in that? You're in Orlando, it's hot, have some fun.
Yeah, get wet. Coming in at number 11, we have the Untrainable Dragon, which is also in How to Train Your Dragon Land. And this is the first of 2 shows on this list, and it looks to be a very engaging one. We didn't spoil it for ourselves by looking into the story here. We want to be surprised when we finally watch it. But from this show, it certainly seems like you can expect some high-quality effects, spectacular choreography, and not to mention a giant flying toothless above your head with an actual person riding it.
It sounds so cool. I love dragons. You guys know that if you're frequent watchers. We're happy to see How to Train Your Dragon get an actual show because we are big fans of the movies and there are so many funny, memorable characters in there that definitely deserve some love.
They deserve their own show and their own land. Thank you, Universal.
Exactly. And more sequels, so let's keep them coming. We think this is definitely DreamWorks' best animated franchise, so we're happy Universal seems to agree with us on that one.
At least a few people there do.
Yeah.
The people who are in charge of this.
The decision makers, at least. Universal doesn't really have any high-end shows besides the Born Stuntacular, which is awesome. We love that thing.
Amazing.
Yes.
Check that out.
Yeah. So we're happy they're adding a few what looks to be really high-end shows to the park. They're getting not just one here, but two. And we'll get into that later. Again, we're ranking this here because we're more ride people. It would be higher if we were more show people, but I'm still excited to check this out. So
Absolutely. We do love a good show, though. Born Stuntacular is phenomenal.
Yeah, can't stress it enough.
Coming at number 10, we have Yoshi's Adventure at Super Nintendo World. And this is an adorable Omnimover ride where the cars are different colored Yoshis. And this ride is going to give the guests such great views of this land. And that's a huge deal because there is so much going on in this land. Like, it's like sensory overload everywhere you look. Like, there's coins and warp pipes and monster plants, Goombas, Koopas, castles, everywhere. Like, it's just nonstop. And this ride is going to give you the best views of all of that.
It looks like this ride will be interactive as well. So in the ride vehicle, you'll have like a little dashboard in front of you with buttons that correspond with eggs along the way of the same color. And I guess you just hit that button when you see that specific color egg and you get points on the app. So it almost feels like you are immersed into a video game. And I know that we're going to love that aspect. But again, the main draw here is definitely going to be the views around such a gorgeous, colorful land. And I think this will be a dream come true for like kids and adults alike that love Nintendo. So
yeah, it's gonna be like the People Mover, but instead of having to look at Tomorrowland,
you're looking at Nintendo.
You're looking at Super Nintendo World, which is
cooler.
A lot cooler. Sorry. And coming in at number 9, we have Dragon Racers Rally, also at How to Train Your Dragon Land. This is a flat ride controlled by a giant mechanical arm, and it swings you in a circular motion with varying levels of height. Kind of maybe like you're riding on a dragon.
I think that's the vibe they're going for.
The super cool thing about this ride model is you're in control of how intense it is. It could be a super tame ride or the most intense, dizzying experience in this park. I mean, look at this clip right here. That's pretty wild. If you can get your body moving correctly and figure out how these seats rotate, you can get like a million flips on this thing.
It may look like the seat is malfunctioning, but it is designed that way. These types of rides do exist in other parks, but we've never been on one, so this is most likely going to be our first experience. We are so excited to try to figure out this technique. We're like working on our core, we watch tutorial videos, getting stretches like this. We are so ready to spin out of control.
I already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get a million spins on this thing. I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna like throw up and my day's gonna be ruined.
Exactly. We're gonna get this first and Reggie's gonna be like, I'm done.
Let's ride this toward the later part
I
of the
think
day.
that's a safe idea for us.
Coming in at number 8, we have Le Cirque Arcanus. I hope I said that right. Sorry if I butchered that. French is not my thing.
French speakers, let us know.
This is the second show that will be opening with the park, and this one's going to be in the Wizarding World. This one's going to be based on the Magical Traveling Circus and Freak Show and the Fantastic Beasts films, so I'm very excited to see how they incorporate these magical beasts into this show. With the technology and money at Universal's disposal, I think they can do something truly amazing here.
Just like the Untrainable Dragon, be prepared for special effects along with some stunning puppetry brought to you by these dazzling performers. Again, we didn't want to look too deeply into the story. We don't want it to be ruined for us, but we are excited. Having 2 high-capacity shows in the park I think is totally necessary. The crowds here will get nuts, so this is going to be super helpful. Again, we're not really show people, but we are excited, and we do like Harry Potter, so bring us those wizards.
Coming in at number 7, we have The Curse of the Werewolf, which will be in Dark Universe. This is a spinning coaster from Mach Rides, designed for the entire family to enjoy. With a top speed of 37 miles per hour, don't expect this one to be too intense or anything, but the layout does look really, really fun. There's going to be 2 different launches on this coaster, and the second launch, you'll pass through 3 different times, and it's engulfed in a show building where I'm assuming you're going to have some sort of encounter with, I don't know, a werewolf.
Dare I say it? Yes.
Based on this concept art, that's almost certainly what's going to happen.
We do like the idea that the motions of this ride are meant to simulate like the transformation of a werewolf. Like, how cool is that? I do remember when we initially heard about this, I was really hoping for like a scary thrill ride. But I understand we need some family rides too, and it still looks like it's going to be cool, so I'm excited to get on it.
At number 6, we have Donkey Kong Minecart Madness coming to, you guessed it, Super Nintendo World. This one has such a nostalgic chokehold on me, it's not even funny. I nearly myself when I found out about this ride.
You did.
If you were as obsessed with Donkey Kong Country for Super Nintendo as much as I was, you'll totally understand this. Wow, really showing my age here, huh?
This is going to be the world's second Boom Coaster. This is a clone of the same exact ride that's in Universal Studios Japan. It was slated to open up this year, but it looks like they're having some trouble with it, so hopefully this goes a little bit smoother.
Oh, it's got it. They cannot open this park without all of these rides and
Exactly.
shows operating.
There's only 13.
I've seen it testing. It looks like they've kind of got it under control.
Ooh,
I hope.
I hope so. Got time, but please hurry up. The Boom Coaster consists of a fake track, while the real track is on the side of it. This gives the illusion that the train is actually jumping from track to track, just like video game. It is so cool.
Unfortunately, now that I'm seeing the ride testing, and I just found out the other day there's a 36-inch height requirement, don't expect this one to be very thrilling at all. Hopefully the unbelievable theming should make up for that, and it seems like you're basically being transported into the game itself. The concept art for this land looks absolutely amazing, and I'm really hoping the real thing can reflect that.
Oh, definitely. This is definitely a nostalgia machine right here. At number 5, we have Hiccup Wing Gliders. This will be in the How to Train Your Dragon area of the park, and have we mentioned how cool those movies are? This is a family multi-launch coaster from Intamin and might somehow be the most immersive coaster in the park. The same one with Minecart Madness. This is going to take you through the entirety of the Isle of Berk, so you're definitely going to see some spectacular views. You're soaring through beautiful rockwork, through trees, over the water, and on top of that, you're going to have awesome show scenery, it looks like. We're not expecting a thrill ride here. It does look like it's going to be geared towards families, but also looks super magical.
Yeah, you have to realize, and Universal does realize, families spend the most money in theme parks.
I get it.
And it's a very smart move to cater to them. Everything can't be a thrill ride. Even if this isn't a thrill ride, this looks like so much fun. I'm not entirely sure there's going to be onboard audio on this one, but there's rumors of it. So now I'm just going to be disappointed if there isn't.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
There's got to be. Like, I want to hear that, like, How to Train Your Dragon theme song just bumping through as we're flying through the Isle of Berk. It's got to happen, right?
I hope so. I want to hear the flap of dragon wings. Like, who even knows? At number 4, we have Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. This will also be in the Super Nintendo land, and I know Reggie is out of the world excited for this. I am too, but this man loves that game.
I've spent
hundreds
of thousands of hours playing Mario Kart, from N64, the GameCube, the Wii, Switch, which is sitting right over there.
Although this is a clone from the Universal Studios Japan parks and the Universal Studios Hollywood, we are really excited for this one. Seeing ride-throughs on that has not taken away any excitement on our end.
We have not been to those parks. We've never experienced this.
It's going to be brand new.
This is brand new to us.
And we aren't going to Japan in the next year, I don't think so.
You were planning on surprising me with a trip to Japan?
The Nintendo-themed rides in this park are really, really catering to the nostalgia here. Not just for us, I would say there's so many people that, like, from young to old, that this is just going to be pretty mind-blowing for. Talk about true immersion into what literally looks like a video game. Seems like it's one of the most intuitive and interactive rides in the whole wide world, literally.
Right, and you really seem to be in charge of your own destiny here. The big problem I have with dark rides is they really lose their re-rideability, some of them anyway. Like Rise of the Resistance comes to mind. The first time I rode that, I was blown away.
Loved it.
I was like, this is the greatest dark ride in the world. It's awesome. Second time I went on it, which was during that same day, it really lost a lot of its magic, and I was like, that was fun.
Exactly. It was cool, and it was, like, I don't know, it's pretty mind-blowing still, but once you knew the scenes were coming, it kind of took you out of the experience.
And this one being a game that's going to offer a different experience every time, like the re-rideability is certainly there, and this is just going to keep guests coming back for more and more, trying to increase their high score. I know I'm going to be trying.
And if you're not sick of the video game yet, I don't think you'll ever get sick of this ride.
This is like the video game on steroids, right?
Yeah,
So,
it looks like it.
yeah.
At number 3, we have Stardust Racers in the Celestial Park. And this is it, people. The Velocicoaster of Epic Universe. And my god, does this look incredible. And this is going to be the biggest and most intense ride of the park, unless, of course, you've mastered spinning your dragon out of control. Which
we're hoping to do.
Exactly. So, 2 incredibly intense rides.
So the story behind this roller coaster is that the Celestians have learned how to harness comets
Naturally.
and ride them across the night sky. That sounds pretty freaking awesome.
It sounds really cool.
Coaster has a height of 133 feet, speeds up to 62 miles an hour, and almost 5,000 feet of track. And there's 2 of them.
What?
Yep, this is a dueling multi-launch coaster. Those evil geniuses at Mack Rides have done it again. Bravo. Both sides have 2 launches. The main differences will be that the green side goes up into a 0G roll, while the yellow side drops down into a barrel roll
Love it.
during the moment that people are calling the celestial spin. Are you kidding me?
That sounds sexy.
Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome.
You can't tell, we're super excited. The coaster trains will also have onboard audio and light up at night, which is just going to be a visual marvel. We've seen other dueling coasters in action before, but this looks like it's going to be a work of art. And the way these trains just cross over each other and just weave in and out, oh my god, it just looks so spectacular.
It's like mesmerizing.
It really is. But will it be better than Velocicoaster? I mean, probably not, but honestly, I hope so. I mean, just keep making coasters better. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it at a certain point, but oh my god.
Doubtful, but
We'll see.
all right, down to the top 2, and these 2 rides, I don't even know.
It was tough to put them in order.
These are
Yeah.
utterly going to be something like we've never experienced before.
Mind blowing, I'm sure.
Coming in at number 2, we have Harry Potter and the Battle for the Ministry. And this is going to be in the Wizarding World, obviously, and Universal is essentially saying this is like the most complex ride ever built in history, on a scale like we've never seen before, and we're pretty keen to believe them.
Yep, I love hearing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Bring it.
The queue for this thing is alone going to be
Yeah.
insane. You're going to be traveling from Wizarding Paris to the British Ministry of Magic through the Metro Fluid network as you get engulfed by these green flames. Like,
And
Jesus.
how? And please, yes.
Yes.
Sign me up.
Hopefully it doesn't hurt too bad, but
I'll take it.
yeah, I'll take it.
The specific theme of this ride is the day of Dolores Umbridge's trial after Voldemort has been defeated. However, this crafty little lady has escaped, as evil witches will be doing. And you'll be joining forces with Harry, Ron, and Hermione to track her down, leading to a battle of the likes we've never seen before, I hope.
I hope.
This witch better be served justice.
Yeah.
I know we'll be fighting Death Eaters, but we're definitely hoping to see some Dementor action in there. Love it. The actual ride details do seem a bit fuzzy, but we're hearing rumors it's basically combining the Adventures of Spider-Man vehicles with drop tower technology. So shut up and take our money. I can't wait.
Yeah, this ride technology just looks absolutely crazy, and with
Moving
that
up,
be
down every way.
and with a new ride technology like this, there might be some hiccups. So maybe running over to this thing first thing in the morning might be your best bet.
So the much deliberated number 1 spot on our list. Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment. This is in the Dark Universe area of the park. And this seems to be like one of the attractions that people are most excited for, and I definitely count myself in that majority. I grew up watching these movies, and I absolutely love them. Like, I cannot wait to see these creatures brought to life. This is a Kuka arm ride, like Forbidden Journey over at Islands of Adventure, which is great because it has such a cool, unique way of moving you throughout the floor plan that you really just don't know what to expect, and normally makes for a world-class attraction. And we expect no less here.
Universal's been saying that they're going to go heavy on the animatronics with this one, so that better be the case. Obviously, they're going to need to incorporate some screens in this as well, and I think Universal can do a splendid job of doing that. We don't have too many details on the story here, but it seems like you're trying to escape the clutches of Victoria Frankenstein, who's up to no good conducting her weird monster experiments.
Those Frankensteins can't control themselves.
I know they really can. And I'm sure you'll be getting face-to-face with a lot of these classic Universal monsters during the course of this ride. And what Universal is doing here is crazy. Normally you take like a popular IP, like based off movies like How to Train Your Dragon, Harry Potter, and you turn them into theme park lands. What Universal is doing with this land, they're creating this theme park land to get people excited for these monsters for the movies that are going to be coming out in the next few years. Like, this is genius.
It is a great idea, and I can't wait. I've been waiting for remakes of these movies for a really long time, and woo.
See, I don't love the Universal classic monsters like she does, but after this, going to this theme park, I know I'm going to. And then they have a new fan right there.
Yep, they're gonna hype us up.
Yeah, so they're doing awesome stuff here.
The executives at Universal are saying this is actually going to be a scary ride, and we're excited to see like, what that actually means, you know? Yeah, will it feel like you're actually within a movie? I hope so.
I'm hoping for like Halloween Horror Nights type scariness.
Yeah, jump scares and
I highly
gore.
doubt it's gonna go that deep, but yeah, make it scary.
Make it scary, yeah. I love that they're bringing together tears and thrill into a ride. I don't know if I've really experienced that besides maybe with like The Mummy, which, hey, Universal Monster and at Universal, but it's one of our favorite rides in the park, so.
The Mummy has a very terrifying scene in it. The Orlando version,
yes,
anyway.
Exactly.
If you know, you know.
So more of that, please. We're really hoping they can incorporate an option for different tours or scenes so that like every ride is a little bit different, maybe have some re-rideability.
There's this dark ride over in the Netherlands at a theme park called Efteling. The ride is called Symbolica, and on this dark ride, you get to choose like one of 3 different tours that you're going on. And so you get different scenes depending on the ride you choose, so that really enhances the re-rideability, and I'm hoping they can really incorporate something like that into this ride.
Exactly. People say it almost feels like it's 3 separate rides, so that's fantastic. You know, if you could do that and really amp up the re-rideability on this thing, that's going to be great for us.
All right, so since we are 2 different people with 2 different minds and slightly different tastes, our lists are actually a bit different. The one you just heard was Kayla's. My list is hopefully showing up on the screen right now, and pretty much the same. A few differences. Top 2 are switched, and also Yoshi's Adventure switched with the Untrainable Dragon, but pretty much the same. Whose list do you align more with? And feel free to drop your own list in the comments below. We'd love to see what you think. Yeah. Well, after going through that entire list and getting ourselves all hyped up, I'm extremely depressed that we still have to wait so long for this park to open.
I was so excited talking about everything, and now I'm just like, it's still so far away.
And like realistically, we're not going to be some of the first people to be in there anyway.
No. So who knows?
Yeah, sucks. I need to like cryogenically like freeze myself in some kind of capsule so it feels like instant. Like, you know, I can't be doing all this waiting for this
No,
theme
I
park.
can't.
Yeah.
Does that seem realistic? How do you do that? Drop that in the comments.
Yeah.
I think I figured out how to do it. Do what? Freeze myself. If I freeze myself, then in 3 weeks when Nintendo Wii comes out, you guys can unfreeze me. The wait will seem instantaneous to me.
Yeah, man, oh man, I cannot wait to go thousands of dollars into debt for this trip.
Because we will.
We certainly will.
We are mentally prepared to do so. We've talked about it. There's no other way.
There's no other way, right? This is the way.
This is the way. Oh, wait, that's Disney.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe as well. We'll catch you next time here on Adventure Parks.